Question 8. The depth of water d meters in the harbor on a particular day is modeled by the formula d equal to 5 plus 2 sine 30 t, and then degree. Yeah. So there's a little circle here to make sure. Change your calculator setting into degree first. And then t is more than equal to 0, less than 24, where t is the number of hours after midnight. A boat enters the harbor at 6:30 a.m. and it takes 2 hours to load its cargo. The boat requires the depth of water to be at least 3.8 meters before it can leave the harbor. Part A, find the depth of the water in the harbor when the boat enters the harbor. Okay. So because T is the number of hours after midnight. So if the boat enters the harbor at 6:30 a.m., so that means T has to be equal to 6.5. So substitute 6.5 in, D equal to 5 plus 2 times by sine 30 times 6.5 degree. And then put in the calculator. So 5 plus 2 times by sine 30 times 6.5. That will be 4.48 meters. Okay, and then part B, find to the nearest minute the earliest time the boat can leave the harbor. So the boat can only leave the harbor when the water to be at least 3.8 meters. So we can just let 5 plus 2 sine 30 t degree to be equal to 3.8, and then work out the time. But be careful. So the boat enters the harbor at 6:30 a.m. and it takes 2 hours to load its cargo. So like even the water level is fine, it still needs to take 2 hours to load the cargo. So the earliest time the boat can leave, it should be 8:30 a.m. So T has to be more than 8.5 because it need to take another 2 hours to load this cargo. And then, so to solve that, so make sine 30t as a subject. So first hour minus 5 for both sides. So that would be negative 1.2. So then sine 30t degree is equal to negative 0.6. And since t has to be more than 8.5, that means 30t has to be 8.5 times by 30. So 30t has to be more than 255. So then solve that. 30t is equal to sine inverse of negative 0.6, which is negative 36.87. So remember, this is sine. So whatever the value we have is 180 minus the answer we get from before. So 180 minus this is 216.87. And then none of them is more than 255. So we need to keep plus or minus 360 to get the values inside the interval we want. So negative 36.87 plus 360, that would be 323.13. That is more than 255, so that's fine. And then 216.87 plus 360 is clearly inside the interval, but that would be more than this one. And then we're looking for the earliest time, so we don't need that. We already get the smallest possible value, which is more than 255. So now we just have to divide by 30. So 323.13 divided by 30 is equal to 10.771. And they want to the nearest minutes and then the earliest time. So we need a clock time. Yeah. So it has to be 10 o'clock and 0.771 times by 60 is equal to 46.26. But the boat can only leave the harbor when it's more than at least 3.8 meters. So one is 42.26, it's just reached 3.8, but we want the earliest time to the nearest minute. So we should use 10 o'clock and then 47. So 10 and then 47 a.m. So that would be the final answer. We round up. But I checked the mark scheme. Both values is acceptable. So it doesn't matter if you leave as 10.46 or 10.47. They give you marks for both answers.
Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, you can leave some comment. And then if you find the video helpful, please like it and subscribe it. May the A star be with you.